Good evening. We are at the South Carolina Military Museum with Command Sergeant Major Vickery. Sir, thank you for being here.
Thank you, son. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.
And we have some questions to ask, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
First of all, some basic questions. How long have you been serving in the military?
This July, I will have been in the South Carolina National Guard for 35 years. So I joined when I was 17 years old.
17?
17.
What are your day-to-day duties at the state?
My day-to-day duties for the state of South Carolina is to serve as the senior enlisted advisor to the Adjutant General and represent all of the enlisted soldiers of the South Carolina National Guard, Army and Air. So that's about 12,000 people.
Wow.
So our job is to make sure that all those soldiers have fair opportunities for education and information, and understand what the directions of the commander of the South Carolina National Guard are, and that's from the Adjutant General.
What are some challenges that the National Guard faces in today's world?
Challenges the National Guard faces are ones that have been the entire time the Guard has been in existence. The National Guard is a citizen soldier, so they have a job during the when not in times of war and when we're called to war. Our job is to be prepared to go to fight at the same level as the active Army is at any given time. So we train 39 days a year normally, whereas the other folks train 365, but the expectation is our soldiers are just as fit, just as ready as they are. And some of our challenges are maintaining that work-life relationship and fitting the military life in, maintaining the educational requirements that are required because they're exactly the same as if you were on active duty, and being able to maintain a job and work within your communities and be that whole soldier, that citizen soldier.
What is your education background and how tough is it to make Command Sergeant Major?
My background in education, high school graduate with about 3 years of college, and got to the point in my career where the college degree doesn't necessarily equal the money. My education came through working between the military and different experiences, and ended up owning my own residential and commercial construction company before becoming the state Command Sergeant Major. So those lives I was able to interweave very well together. What was your other question? The NCO portion of the education. Now, I've been through every level of NCO education that's out there. The non-commissioned officers start with basic leaders course and will go through and go to school for basically the rest of their careers in order to get to the rank of a CSM. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to get there. About 1% of all the soldiers that ever serve become a CSM. So it's an honor to get there, and it's an honor to serve in this position for the general.
Have you been deployed, and what was it like?
Yes, to the, deployed here in Konos to the National Capital Region for the defense of our National Capital Region area against air attacks after 9/11. It was a year-long deployment, separated from your family just like everyone else. The work shift levels anywhere between a 12 to a 16-hour day, and you're expected again to maintain the same level of training as any active duty counterpart or anyone outside of the continental United States.
What type of advice do you have for young people today?
Stay in school, study your math and science. If you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, then don't be afraid to try to go into any level of the service, any branch of the service, be it Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, for the reserves, any of them. It's just I reckon I would say an attitude of service, or being a servant to your other people, being something greater than yourself.
We'd like to know what the AAMDC is and why it's important for the future protection of the United States.
The AAMDC in South Carolina is the Army Air and Missile Defense Command, is the 263rd, and it's the only Army Air Missile Defense Command in the National Guard. All the rest of them are in the active Army. And it provides for the defense of the National Capital Region and manages the training and oversees actual execution of that mission on a daily basis.
Well, thank you for answering our questions, sir.
Thank you, son.